Yo, what's going on? I'm back. And you already know, quick disclaimer, if you need some help, go get some help. I'm no professional. I'm just this guy. And my opinion is just like everybody else, because everybody got a mouth, so everybody got an opinion. It don't make it right. Choose to do what you want with the information I give you. I'm just hoping to provide clarity to people who might be lost, or somebody who might need to see it from a different point of view or a different angle, so they can move forward and get answers to questions that continue to bother them throughout their lives. With all that being said, again, I ain't nobody, but this time I want to talk to y'all about, and I wrote it down again. This time, boom, boom. I don't know how to work phones that good. I guess I can't shake it or something. Regardless, I wrote some stuff down again, just so it could be a little bit more streamlined. But today's topic is really just working on yourself, because I know I talked a lot about having time, but if you don't have, if you don't work on yourself, you're not going to spend your time accordingly. You're not going to know where you want to spend your time, how you want to use your time, and this can be hard. This can be a conflict of interest and another barrier of reasons why people spend their time, how they spend it in such a wasteful manner. So, again, this topic is understanding yourself, and I'm going to start with a word that a lot of people don't like, a word, accountability. And it might not even actually be accountability. I might start with acknowledgement, because first you have to acknowledge there's a problem. If there's no acknowledgement there's a problem, you would never try to fix the problem, because you don't know it's there. I can guarantee that most people, and this is a quick example, I can guarantee that most people would not walk into a chair if they saw a chair in front of them and think of a chair as an obstacle, a barrier, something in life. If you saw it, you would do something about it. So that's acknowledgement. You need to acknowledge there's an issue first. After you acknowledge there's an issue, you have to have accountability. Um, and I feel like accountability and reflect are kind of both right there, hand in hand. One might be slightly above the other, or right slightly in front of the other, but the point is you have to have accountability, and you have to reflect. And that takes time. Like we just talked about in the last video, you have to have time. And again, if it ain't making love, it ain't happening overnight. Volleyball championship, it ain't happening overnight. It took a lot of games to get there. Getting good at math, it took a lot of equations and a lot of studying to get there. Getting good at basketball, it took a lot of training. Getting good at anything you do requires some sort of work, some sort of effort to be proficient. And if you have not taken the time for yourself to just sit, think, reflect, then you're not going to get anywhere. You need to take that time. You're not making progress. And again, it's not a race. It's not an overnight thing. It's a let's start making steps thing. So after you reflect, which takes time, you need that time. You sit there and think about it like, dang, okay, maybe this person said that person said this, blase, blase, whatever. But you figure that information out and you internalize it and you process it. You have to. And also continue to look to others, because a lot of people don't like accountability, because you have to accept the fact that you're wrong about something. You have to change your beliefs, and you may have had these beliefs for years and years, and that's why it's hard for a lot of people to accept um, the new truth, versus just lying and denying, because it's easy to lie and deny. You lie, deny, and you're done, and you're over with. You can lie, deny, you fight, and defend whatever you feel, and then it's over with. But the next 10, 15, the past 10, 15 years of your life is still meaningful. But if you tell somebody something that disrupts the last 10, 15 years of their life, it's hard for them to accept that one truth, even though to you on the outside surface, it looks like, hey, I said, don't put that cup there. To them, it's 15 years of you like, I've always put that cup there. I have the past 15 years of my life been wrong? Sometimes, yes. But again, it's hard for people to swallow that pill. Um, Again, look to others, though, with an open mind. Because if you look with an open mind, it's a lot of answers you're going to find. And even if you're not looking to others, there's answers everywhere. I feel like a lot of people aren't looking for the answers, and that's why they're not receiving the answers. Example, right? You could talk to somebody, and the way they respond, even if they don't respond, that's information. Even if they do respond, that's information. How long it takes them to respond. Um, like I said, people aren't going to blatantly just say, hey, this is an answer in life. This is a, but you need to be paying attention. If you're paying attention, it's very easy to see, very obvious. Um, and after you look to others, you need to continue to seek growth. Um, and again, this is also still work on yourself, which takes more time, which is why time is so important. Time is so valuable, which is why you shouldn't just be giving it willy nilly to anybody who's wasting it, or not wasting it, anybody who you are not benefiting from in your time, I guess, is the best way to say it, or the best way I can say it right now, for lack of better terms. If you're spending your time with, again, you probably heard it in a lot of different iterations, with someone who ain't doing nothing with their life, eventually you ain't gonna be doing nothing with your life. I mean, birds of a feather flock together. That's not to say that every single person in your life should have a person like this person I get money from, this person I eat food with, this person. No, but people have different purposes in life, Like they might be mentally fulfilling, they might be emotionally fulfilling, they might be an outlet, There, but again, this all takes time because the topic we're talking about is knowing yourself. So to continue that, and that's crazy. It says take steps to continue to take the steps. So after you continue to seek others, you look to others, continue to seek growth, you have to take the steps. There's going to be baby steps. Don't think that, okay, there's a problem. I have a problem with my anger. Now I realize it. This is the solution. Now I'm done. That's not how it works. It's not going to fix it's not going to be fixed that easily. Looking at the monitor for my baby girl. I got to wake her up soon. So I don't know how long it's gonna be, but hopefully it ain't too long. But hopefully it ain't too short. I really just wanna make sure the message is clear. But yeah. Oh man, see, I'm sitting there talking about too much stuff, and now I'm sitting there zoning out, and the message can jumble up. Point is, going back, this stuff takes time. Okay, it takes time. It's not gonna happen overnight, but you gotta take steps. And once you sit there and reflect on things, once you sit there and take a little accountability, you're gonna start making steps in that direction. You're gonna mess up. Again, that's what I was getting back to get back on subject, to get back on topic. You're gonna mess up. You're gonna make mistakes. And you're gonna have to know that and then see that and acknowledge that and reflect. It's like a never-ending cycle. Once you start the process, it's hard to stop the process. It's kind of like if you knew better, you do better. So once you kind of know better and you're already at the, okay, I'm accountable for it. That part is the easiest part, I feel like. I mean, it could be the hardest part, but it's also the easiest part. Because once you do it, you don't have to keep doing it. That part's done. You're accountable. You're gonna start picking what you like. People have selective hearing. You're gonna start being selective on your accountability, but it's you're gonna see it every time now at this point. So after you have the accountability, you keep reflecting on things. You acknowledge it. You look to others because it's easy for other people to point out things or problems because they're not with you every day. It's easy for them to point out things that you do or habits or patterns that you do because you're so used to it. You might not notice it anymore. You might just do it on autopilot, but other people can see. So if you want to expedite this process, ask other people. It'll be a lot faster. It might be a little more difficult, but if your skin is a little tougher, I recommend just doing it that way. Because again, it's your time, and why do something? Why take 2 years to do something you could do in 1 year? But again, if that's how you want to do it, that's how you do it. It's your choice. And then you, like I said, start taking the steps, keep taking the steps, and keep being accountable when you take the steps. Because some days you're going to succeed, some days you're going to fail. But that accountability is what's going to keep you in this never-ending cycle of starting to progress and become better and better and better at working on yourself. And again, this whole working on yourself is to know yourself. And what I mean by all this stuff is not just saying like, oh, I need to be a mechanic. I need to have a college degree. I need to be successful. No, when I say know yourself, I mean knowing what things that tick you off, things that make you mad. Why every time your mom says this, you get upset with her, hang up the phone? Why every time your boyfriend says these two words to you, you're angry? Why every time someone wants to have a conversation, you can't continue the conversation, you want to fight instead? Why can you not articulate what you're trying to say instead of just arguing with someone and say, I need to walk away, I need time to clear my mind? Why can you not project those thoughts And this is what I mean by knowing yourself. And I feel most people are cloudy because they don't take time to sit here and think about the things they do. They don't take accountability for their actions. They don't sit and think about, hey, today I woke up late. Now, what was the result of me waking up late? I feel like it's levels to everything, and a lot of people are doing surface level like equations. Um, Working on yourself helps you and it makes life easier, and that's going to transition to the last part of this video, which hopefully should be a little quicker. But that's the why you should work on yourself. And again, it adds stability to life. Okay, it just makes your life a lot easier. Once you know who you are and what you like to do, you don't waste time doing a lot of other things. And I'm saying wasting time as in saying like anything that I don't do. Like, let's take me for example. I don't play baseball. That's a waste of my time. That does not mean baseball is a waste of time. It is a waste of my time specifically, not specifically. I don't know why everybody said it. Specifically, it is a waste of my time. Because I don't play baseball. It's not beneficial to me, and because I don't have any goals or aspirations to be good at baseball. That's why if I'm playing baseball, it's just a leisure activity. That's something that I want to do to relax and relieve stress. So if I'm doing it again, I'm doing it to relieve stress. So I'm not wasting my time, but again, I would not relieve stress that way. So if I'm doing it, yeah, it's a waste of my time. But again, baseball is not a waste of time. So I kind of like direct myself towards where I want to go throughout my life. And that's kind of how you got to do it. Real quick backstory to just hammer this point home. It adds stability to life and it makes decisions easier. The decisions are harder. Well, it makes decisions quicker. You can make decisions quicker. The decisions are going to get harder, but it's quicker to make those decisions. And again, the quick backstory. It adds stability to life. I was in the military, hopped out the military. I wanted a family. The direction I was going in my life was not going to lead to a family. I don't know. Possibly it could have led to a family somewhere down the line, but it didn't match the timeline that I had for myself, because I'm in my 30s at this point and I still would like to live my life, but I still would like to have kids. And if I don't do it soon enough, I'm going to be 60, 70, 80 years old still taking care of kids, and that's pretty much the end of my life. So, that just didn't line up with everything. So I made the decision to get out the military, take a pay cut to pursue family. And now I have a little daughter. And I took the pay cut. I knew all this stuff was happening. But I'm happier and I'm still going towards the direction I wanted to go. So it's a big decision to make. I did 11 years and probably should have retired and stuff like that. Career change, also having a kid, big decision. But the point is, the decision was easy for me to make, or a quick decision for me to make, because time kept moving. I used to be 31, then I was 32, then I was 33. So, and again, I'm not keeping up with the Joneses and nobody else. This is for me and time. It's only me and time I'm fighting against, because no matter what, the job I had, it said most people will have back problems. And if I would have stayed in that job, I wouldn't have had a back for my child, for if I have a future child. But I made the decision to save my body for my children. So that's what I did. But that's why I'm saying that know who you are adds stability to your life. Because again, during a lot of this pandemic stuff that used to happen and that was happening, I wasn't on Facebook for a while. Even when I had Facebook, I wasn't on it. Even when I had Instagram, I wasn't on it. And then me, old girl. Sorry, there's a lot of movement going on. My cat over here, my baby starting to wake up. But yeah, even me and old girl, we broke up and stuff. And then I still just didn't have it, because at that point, I really didn't even need it. And people kept asking me for the past 2-3 years. So now I made another one back. And I say all this to say that not that Facebook or Instagram or none of this is a waste of time. I say that it's because Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever, it will be there when you get back. I haven't been here for like 8, 9 years, 10 years plus probably. I don't know what I'm doing at all on Facebook, on Instagram. All I know is YouTube. I barely know how to log in. The point is, when I came back, when I was ready, it was still here. It was a distraction for me at the time being, because my life was not where I wanted to be. I was paying way too much for a small house like this. Now I have way more time, and now I can get back on Instagram. Now I can get back on Facebook and continue going. I can continue having my life going where I want it to go, and that's family oriented. And also, still get money and figure other things out. But I'm just saying that it was a balance, and I did what worked for me. I did what I need to do, and I knew what I need to do because I knew what I wanted. I wanted a house. I wanted a family. I wanted to be able to turn my heat on when it's cold. I want to turn my AC on when it's hot, and I could do those things. Um, so now it's time to get more. It's time to continue and achieve bigger goals. But that's what I'm saying. You need to have stability to life because it's just the decisions are quick and easy. Like I had to cut people out I stopped talking to, and that's what I mean when I say the decisions are quicker, but they're harder. Because I didn't want to stop talking to a lot of people I had to stop talking to. I didn't want to stop doing certain things that I used to do. But I wanted change. I wanted something different. I wanted something new, and a lot of times you have to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. I moved out here to Indianapolis the first time. I didn't even have a job, but I've been out here 6 years now. Um, it's crazy, man. Like I'm not saying take every risk, take calculated risk, figure it out, take some time, invest in yourself. Again, knowing yourself, know where you want to be in life, where you want to go, and that's another reason why working on yourself is so important. It provides goals, and the goals again provide stability because it provides a destination, somewhere to go, somewhere to aim towards. If you don't have anywhere to go, you're aimless. You're just walking around, and time doesn't care about any of that because it's going to keep moving. And that's why I want to reiterate how valuable time is. It's going to keep moving no matter what. And I didn't say it in the beginning, so anybody who did make it this far and anybody who didn't make it this far, I still appreciate any amount of time that you've given to me because again, you never can get it back. You know what I'm saying? Time is it's just crazy like that, man. It's valuable. So having these goals, knowing who you are, knowing where you want to be will allow you to sift through all the distractions through life, sift through talk to that person who just want to, go hang out and drink every weekend, sift through that other person that just wants to work, 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 work. Unless you want to work, 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 work. Now you sift through all the people who want to party. You sift through all the people who want to just go kick it with all the females, or kick it with all the dudes, or the people who want to just play video games. You go with all the work, work, work people. You start cutting out all the fat out of your life. And it's hard decisions because some of these people you got real good ties with. And I'm not saying you got to cut them out completely, just limit time. You used to talk to them on the phone for 2 hours, talk to them for like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. And I know it's going to be harder to make that decision, that transition, but you have to start caring more about yourself to make others care about you. And if you start valuing your time like that, look, I can't talk to you what the band like this, that person's going to either respect it, excuse me, and they might reflect on themselves or they're not, and they're gonna just cut you off. But excuse me, that's part of the hard decision making once you start working on yourself, because once you start working on yourself, it's going to be so easy for you to know what you will and won't allow in your life. It's going to be easy to pick out the BS. So once you start telling people exactly how you feel, what you're trying to do, if you want to do something like, hey, I don't want to do this, they're not going to like that. Most people are not going to be used to the type of person you're going to become. It's going to be hard for them to understand and to be around you and to interact with you because, again, it's going to challenge their ego. It's going to challenge their that's pretty much what it happens all the time. When there's more than one person in the room, two people talking, there's always ego. And people don't like their egos being challenged. And when think about it, like, to end this off, think about it like somebody just really, really big fighting somebody really small. The small person's going to be pretty intimidated. And you can think about that in the sense of, if you have not worked on yourself, if you worked on yourself and the person you're talking to has not worked on themselves, you look like a giant to them. Because the things you're saying with so much confidence, the things you're saying with so much certainty, they can't even do. And it's crazy to them. It comes off being an asshole. It comes off being arrogant. It comes off being selfish. It comes off a lot of these trigger words. But again, you won't even respond to them if you work on yourself. And like I said, that's just not knowing what makes you mad. That's just not knowing what goals you have. That's just knowing you, knowing how your body functions, knowing when you need to eat, knowing when you need to go to sleep, knowing can you push yourself further. It's a lot that goes into that, and I can't go over everything, but I'm pretty sure you guys get the point by now. Um, the last part of this is life gets fun again because you start actually making progress in areas you want to make progress in. It gets easier because you have a lot of headspace, and I like to try to use the analogy that most people are going through life wondering about what if this happened, what if that happened, I'm worried about this, blah blah blah, whatever. I'm saying you can clear your headspace and do a lot more and be more proficient. And what I mean by that is, like, when you're driving, when you first learn how to drive, most people who learn how to drive, um, you were nervous when you were trying to drive. You were trying to parallel park, trying to merge lanes, thinking about, okay, turn the signal, blah blah, seatbelt, blah blah. You get in the car now, it's autopilot. And you can do it so well. You can talk on the phone. You can put some directions on GPS. You can hold a full conversation. You can reach in the back and give a baby a pacifier. It's so many things you can do with all that extra clear headspace. Now, think about that if you would knew yourself and would not be worrying about, oh, this celebrity this, that person this, that gossip this, oh, that police over there pulling that person over. Stop cheating yourself. Don't cheat yourself. That's your time. And you could be further than where you are. I could be further than where I am. Um, we don't all learn these lessons. Um, we all grow old. That's guaranteed. All you have to do is merely show up and exist. Growing up is different, and a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't. That's why you talk to young fools and old fools. So yeah, man. I think I'm gonna just end it right there. Or on the fact that life also gets lonely, but it gets full. It gets full. You don't hang out with as many people. Most people don't want to talk to you. The people that like you really like you, though. Everybody who really like you, they fucking love you. The people who don't like you, they don't like you because, again, it's hard to deal with you because you're opinionated, you're intelligent, you don't back down. It's different. It's intimidating, but you do back down. But it's a whole nother video, a whole nother story. It's crazy, but you don't back down. Anyways, life gets lonely, man, but it gets full. It gets fun. You start doing what you want to do. Like, I got my little. I can't show this everything. I got stuff around here, but yeah, I'm in the crib. I'm chilling. So I'm out. I hope this helps somebody. Pup, I'm about to take you outside. Shh, quiet. That's my cue to go. I take my dog out, wake my baby up. Um, yeah, work on yourself. Know who you are. Know what you want to. Harris, sit down. Know what you want to do. Know who you are. It makes life easier. It's easier to make decisions. It's the decisions become quicker. They're gonna be some hard ones. You got to cut people off. You gonna have to hold yourself accountable. You got to change your ways. You gonna have to get uncomfortable. But if you want change, you have to change. It starts with you. So I hope again this helps somebody, and I hope this is another reason, or I gave you a plethora of reasons to again value your time more and start using it differently and more accordingly. Use it how you want to use it because no matter if you want to use it or not, it's getting used up. Realize that no matter if you want to be using time or not, you're spending it. People don't realize that. Saying I don't want to spend no time with nobody. That's not up to you. It's up to who you spend it with and how you spend it. You're spending it. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna holler at you.